Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the briefing session for BK21 program of KU GSIS. I'm Moon-Song Kang, Professor of International Economics at Korea University. And also I'm serving as Director of BK21 program of KU GSIS. I'm really happy to see you all, and hopefully we can have a really great semester. Now, I like to introduce a bunch of research professors of BK21 program. So starting from Professor Shin, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I'm very glad to meet you here, and we are very looking forward to seeing you in this upcoming semester. Okay, my name is Kyung Shin, and see you in March. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Summer Beck. I'm going to teach peace and human security in the Korean Peninsula in this semester. If you're interested in various kinds of human security, you are more than welcome. Very glad to see you. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Woo-Sung Kim. I'm one of the research professors of BK21 program. This semester, I'm gonna cover the city planning and management. So if you guys are interested in the plannings and management, you can choose my course. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the campus. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm working with these great scholars to operate the BK21 program. And also, we have a staff for the BK21 program. Miss Jo, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm also looking forward to seeing you in March. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, let me explain what the BK21 program is. So let me share the screen. Okay. So global conflict management for an inclusive society. This is the title of BK21 program of KU GSIS. Okay. I want you to focus more on this word. Global is a compound word of global and local. Okay, so it means that global issues affecting local society, the local economy, the local society, and also local the situation of the politics as well. So later on, I will talk about what kind of vision we have. Okay, so today, basically, I like to try to explain what the BK21 is, now our vision, goals, and organization, and then what kind of support you can receive, and then how to select the participants, fellows, and editors, okay, and also schedule as well. So BK21. The BK21 stands for Bring Korea 21. 21 means definitely the 21st century. Okay, so BK21 is a government scholarship program for the graduate studies in Korea. So it has run every 7 years since 1999, long time ago, and it aims to cultivate outstanding scholars. So KU GSIS trying to educate students to be a great scholar in this field. Now we are in a phase number 4. So the BK21 started in 1999, so a long time ago. Now we are in a 4th stage. Okay, so phase 4. In the initial stages of BK21 programs, Korean government focused more on basic science, okay, basic field of academic areas, okay? But now they just opened up, sort of the integrated subjects, including, GSIS, okay? So that's why the KU GSIS just applied for the BK21 program, and we won the BK21 program in 2020, okay? So phase 4 of BK21 has 2 different categories. Okay, number 1 is future talented human resources training projects. So actually this project is focused more on basic and the core academic field and the training of academic successors, okay? So for example, think about the basic social sciences, for example, economics, political science, and the sociology, and so on. Okay, so that kind of departments could be in this project. And also, BK21 has another category, which is innovative, talented human resources training project. Sounds complicated, but the thing is, somehow we will focus more on the actual issues, the real issues in Korean society. Okay, so in this category, Korean government is trying to foster researchers who will lead innovative growth, improve competitiveness in new business, and the lead solving issues and the social problems. So in this case, especially KU GSIS just applied the field of social and the industrial problems. So the Korean society has a bunch of conflicts and the problems, okay? Later on, I will talk about it. And then, somehow KU GSIS will be, supportive or leading to solve conflicts we have right now, okay? So vision, goals, and the organization of KU GSIS BK21 program of global studies. This is our goal, our vision. So think about the global society. In the global area, a lot of things are happening. For example, international commerce, we have international trade order, for example, WTO, World Trade Organization, and a lot of countries just involved with the multiple free trade agreements, FTAs, right? And also, in the period of COVID-19, we just realized that the global value chain is really, really important. So think about the how to provide vaccines to people, and actually to produce vaccines, multiple countries are involved to produce some, vaccines, fighting against the COVID-19. So in that sense, how to manage global value chains are really, really, really critical. Semiconductors, think about the high-tech products. That's why the US, and also European Union and China, a lot of countries are trying to protect and also preserve the global value chains to provide their key products to their people. And also we are experiencing huge conflicts between the US and China, starting from the Trump administration and also current administration of Biden. Definitely we do have a conflict as well. Okay, so these things are affecting local situation, local economy in Korea. Korean economy has been sort of so-called, we have sort of export-led economy. Where exports are really, really critical for the Korea's economic growth. But however, the problem in recent years would be, we are exporting a lot. However, it doesn't have a strong job creation effect. Okay, so, and also we have, conflict between consumers and the farmers. Farmer income decreases, and the decrease in job creation, and the sluggish exports to China, and so on. So we just summarize these things in the category of exports without employment. And what about the Korean society? Internationally, we have international migration. So think about the foreign workers, international workers in Korean society, and also multicultural conflicts. We have a multicultural conflicts, and the conflicts between the international workers and local people, and somehow it just weakened, the national community, and also inequality within the country, and the nationalism. So we have a lot of issues here, and also inequality between countries as well. So if you measure international development and cooperation, especially, then definitely how to deal with inequality among countries in the world, okay? And security issues as well. So think about the increasing non-traditional security threats. So COVID-19 will be a really good example again, and also unstable Korean Peninsula situation. So think about the conflict between South and the North Koreas, and also, North Korea's nuclear weapons. Okay, so definitely a lot of issues here as well. Okay, human security threats, diversified security threats, conflicts with involved states, conflicts with South Korea, rise of human rights issues as well. So here, as you see, when you look at these things together, that's what we are doing in the KU GSIS. Well, the Graduate School of International Studies, we are trying to analyze and analyze globalized issues, and somehow globalized issues are affecting local society of Korea as well. Okay, so somehow analyzing or studying globalized issues, we can provide some policy implications to Korean society that can be called global conflict management. So global conflict is a conflict that combines globality and the locality in social, political, and economic aspects. And it refers to the factors to cause domestic problems affected by global phenomena and the current issues. So a global conflict management is the process of being able to identify and handle global conflict through research. So how to measure its impact of globalized issues on the local economy and the local society, then somehow analyzing this, and also we can provide certain policy implications to the Korean government. Okay, that'll be the main the vision we have, and also especially our goal is how to build an inclusive society. Okay, inclusiveness is a really critical word nowadays. So simply because think about the current process of globalization, we have a sort of side effects because think about there are certain import competitive industries, they are losing competitiveness, and somehow, people in the import competing sectors would be worse off simply due to globalization, right? So how to include socially marginalized people to the economic growth. Okay, so export growth through job creation, and also think about small and the medium-sized enterprises. Well, actually, the large companies such as Samsung or Hyundai Motors, SK or LG, these companies are leading Korean economic development and growth. However, what about the small and the medium-sized enterprises? So actually we need to globalize or internationalize small and medium-sized enterprises. Actually they do have a sort of opportunity to participate in global value chains, then definitely they may have better chances for their business. And empathy society through communication. So somehow we can have a much better communication among people in this society, then definitely we can have empathy society. And the achievement of peace and human security on the Korean Peninsula, especially think about the Korean Peninsula, which is divided by divided into South and the North Korea. And the unification issue is quite so critical, and also security issues as well. So in the KU GSIS, using the BK21 program, we will train local conflict management experts. So we will educate students to learn innovative policy development and the analysis skills, and having conflict management, the practical skills, strengthening global communication skills and the leadership. So somehow think about that this graph, this figure, the current situation, we have unemployment issues, division of society, and war. Or actually somehow through the global conflict management, we can move to the future-oriented society, employment, empathy, and peace. So the organization of the BK21 program. So as I introduced before, I'm a director of this BK21 program, and we have associate director, Professor Han Jong-sun, and also we have a participating professors from the KGSIS, starting from Professor Kim Jong-ho and Professor Kang Gyu-won. Okay, so I want you to check the list of participating professors. This list is really, really important, because if you want to be selected as the BK21 fellows, definitely you need to get the recommendation from your professor. Okay, and also we, as we introduced, we have three research professors, Professor Shin Young Lim, Kim Sung, and Baek Sun. Okay, and what kind of support you can have? Before that, I like to classify and define the participants, fellows, and the editors. Okay, first the participants, a full-time graduate student. Okay, that's the key. If you're working right now, okay, if you're working at the certain companies, then definitely you are not eligible. Okay, so you must be a full-time graduate student, and also your professor must be a participating professor in the BK21 program. Okay, the list is here once again. And then actually, less than 2 years master's degree, which means if you have more than 4 semesters, more than 4 semesters, that definitely you're not eligible. And for the PhD students, 4 doctorate years, which means if you are more than 8 semesters here in the KU GSIS, once again, you're not eligible. And the fellows would be a participant who receive scholarships, okay, scholarships. And editors, later on, I will talk about their virtual writing clinic. Okay, so we will hire 3 editors in the virtual writing clinic, so they can receive a sort of payroll. Okay, so these 2 categories would be, participants, and also there are participants besides fellows and the editors, okay, and also we can provide certain supports to participants besides fellows and the editors as well, okay. And the virtual writing clinic, okay, VWC, it provides English editing services to students of GSIS BK21 program at any stage of the writing process. For example, think about the your term papers, what curriculum vitae, the memorandums, essays, presentations, and the applications, and so on. So any kind of writing projects, then somehow you want to receive sort of English editing services, then I want you to use virtual writing clinic. Okay, so for this clinic, we will hire 3 native speakers. Okay, so editors will be, their native language must be English. Okay, so we will hire 3 editors. Okay, and the 3 fairs, international development cooperation, and the international commerce, and the peace and security. Okay, because sometimes your writings would be very professional, then definitely think about the editors. They do have their own majors, right? So we will try to match your editor and your writings. And the benefits of the program, special benefits for participants, support for domestic and overseas academic conference participation fees and expenses, and short-term field trip expenses, and the participation in overseas education program. However, unfortunately, simply due to COVID-19 situation, we didn't have any experience to provide this kind of support yet, okay? Because, in the COVID-19 situation, it's really hard to travel abroad, right? So far, we don't have any experience yet. However, if COVID-19 situation is over, then definitely we are more than happy to support this kind of academic activities, okay? And to support the research activities, publication fee with academic articles in referee journal. So, somehow after writing your thesis or any term paper, presumably, then you're trying to publish your paper in academic journals, then definitely fees will be supported, financially supported, okay? And the incentives for publication of academic articles in a reference journal as well. We will have a colloquium, student colloquiums as well, and the special lectures by experts. When you visit the official website of BK21 program of KU GSIS, then you can see a lot of activities, okay? So during this semester, once again, this coming spring semester, we will have special lectures, okay, by inviting experts, okay? And the more opportunities to apply to competition for the participants. For example, the headquarters of the Korea University has a bunch of activities, social engagement organization, and the future talented scholarship, especially, this winter break, for KU GSIS students just won future talented scholarship. Okay, the amount was 3 million Korean. A lot of opportunities here. And the thesis clinic services as well. Once again, we have a virtual writing clinic. So if you want to have English editing services, definitely you can use it, and provide textbook, statistical analysis software, for example, Stata, okay, within a range of price. So currently, especially for the next semester, we are working with the econ department. The KU econ department has its own BK21 program. So we are trying to establish a sort of educational program to educate their statistical analysis, okay? So in that program, actually, we will provide sort of Stata softwares to students who are taking that kind of courses, okay? So later on, we're in the process of applying this kind of programs, okay? So after having approval from the headquarters of the Korea University, then definitely we will announce it again, okay? So we are working on it, okay? So it's in the process of receiving approval from the headquarters, okay? And also virtual writing clinic services as well. And what about the scholarships? Actually, the fellowships for the fellows, 6 months is, at least, 700,000 Korean won per month. That's the minimum amount, okay? Depending on the size of the budget, every semester, the budget size is fluctuating. So currently, it's really hard to tell the exact amount of a scholarship. However, it could be more than 700,000 Korean won per month. Okay, that's a minimum level. And for the PhD student, 1.3 million Korean won per month. Okay. And but in case of the PhD student who completed coursework, 1 million Korean won, okay, per month. And the editors for virtual writing clinic, 700,000 Korean won per month again, okay? So this is the size of the scholarship, okay? And responsibilities of both participants and the fellows. I strongly ask you, simply, participate in seminars, special lectures, workshops hosted by the KU GSIS BK21 program, okay? So that's the very critical thing. Your active participation is really critical, okay? So actually, we will have a lot of lectures, and also sometimes we will invite, your sonbae, or, who just people who graduated KU GSIS and they are working at the real field. For example, last semester we invited one person from KOICA, okay, and she just explained how to apply KOICA and what kind of things that she's doing right now. And then she just shared her experience, well, in having a job in the KOICA with the current students of KU GSIS, okay. And also we invited one person in international organizations, and also one person from FRB, Federal Reserve Bank in the United States. They just graduated KU GSIS, okay? So you can hear their experiences, okay? So they will try to share their experience with the current students as well. So actually, after participating seminars, lectures, and workshops, you can learn a lot of things, okay? And additional responsibilities for the fellows only, okay? Acquisition of local conflict management expert certificate. So actually we are issuing certificates to BK21 fellows, okay? So actually, simply you need to take classes, okay? Not that difficult. So at least 5 courses for master students and 10 courses for PhD students, okay? And actually internship is required. However, due to COVID-19, internship can be substituted by attending workshops and the seminars held by our program, okay? And also you need to select thesis track. Non-thesis track is not allowed, okay? Well, I heard that there are some students are thinking as a sort of a quite a burden to select their thesis track. However, in a graduate study, definitely, I strongly recommend you to write thesis, okay? It could provide a lot of experience to you, okay? And also PhD program, PhD students are required to publish an article in a referee journal, KCI, SSCI, or Scopus, okay, as the first author or corresponding author before the defense. Okay, that's another requirement. Then what kind of classes you need to take? First one is actually introduction to graduate studies. Okay, the code is GRA 511. It's worth for just 1 credit, but it doesn't affect the maximum credits per semester. And according to the graduate programs, actually this class has this kind of, it covers this kind of issues, okay? So sort of a guideline for graduate education, human rights and the gender equality, the improvement of disability awareness, and the research methodologies, research ethics. So special, this one is, BK21 program also, it is a requirement for the graduation. And the information technology security education. So this is another requirement. So you need to take just 1 hour for information technology security education and the 4 hours for research ethics. Okay, so it's not a big burden, but I think you can learn a lot of things, a lot of good things actually. You can learn issues of human rights and the gender issues as well. And also, think about the plagiarism and the bibliography management, especially these things are really, really important in terms of writing your thesis, okay? And master students, actually the course list, a core courses, okay? So definitely it's a sort of requirement for graduation in the KU GSIS as well. And also global conflict management policy analysis. We just list up the courses for the certificate. So I want you to take a look at the other course list, and then it could be very useful to check the other requirements. And this is the course list for PhD students. And the selection procedure and schedule. Okay, so actually this is Wednesday. So starting from February 28th, okay, we will start the recruitment procedure, okay, until March 11th, okay. So you need to submit your application form and the required documents, okay, required documents. So eligibilities, participants, fellows, editors, so master students, starting from their first semester and the 4th semester, you're eligible for the BK21 program as a participants, fellows, and editors. And PhD students, the participants and the fellows as well, but they are not eligible for the editors. And the required documents. Required documents, the agreement on collection, use, provision of personal information. Actually, the Korean government has very strong regulations to deal with the personal information. So actually, you need to sign up a sort of agreement paper on the collection, use, and the provision of personal information, and the certificate of 4 major social insurances, and overall for the international students, D2 visa document, okay? And if you want to have a sort of a detailed information, then definitely I want you to visit the website of BK21 program, and then application form for the participants, and actually for the recommended by your professor, what you need is you need to ask your professor first, okay? So each professor has just 1 slot for the BK21 fellows, okay? So you need to ask your professor. Well, presumably each participating professors may have multiple students, right? Then definitely your professors have, strong authority to select, BK21 fellows, okay? So you need to receive recommendation letter from your professor. And also, if you didn't receive any recommendation from your professor, you can apply sort of a recruitment procedure as well. So for this one, I want you to submit application form, transcript of your GPA, and your CV as well. Okay, so after reviewing these documents, we will select, fellows. Okay, and editors, application again, transcript, and the CV. Okay, for the PhD students, actually recommendation letter as well. Okay. Okay, so this is the last slide of my presentation file. COICA students, well, first of all, when you look at the chatting board, once again, thank you, Professor Pak. Okay, so actually GRA 511 is 100% online class, and the COICA students can be participants, but they cannot be a fellow. Okay, because Korean government has a very strong regulations. Okay, so especially from the COICA program, you already receive the scholarships from the Korean government. Okay, but Korean government is reluctant to duplicate the scholarship opportunities. Okay, so you can be a participant, but you cannot be a fellow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Damla, yes, it's possible. Yes, you can apply as a fellow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jennifer. No, actually, you need to get the recommendation letter from the participating professors only. Okay. So in that sense, definitely you need to check the list of participating professors. New students, yes, you're eligible to apply. Okay. Yes, so actually, we do have the same, roughly similar list of courses. Okay. Academic plan. Well, basically, you're supposed to explain what kind of things you're interested and how to study, your topic. For example, I'm not sure but if you're interested in the, for example, environment, then what kind of classes you would take, and then what kind. You may have your sort of a research questions, right? Then you need to specify your research questions and why your topic is, why you believe your topic is quite so important, and what kind of classes you will take, and then what kind of research methodology you will use, and so on. Okay. And also, let me share the BK21 website. So I just see the address is GSIS BK21.korea.ac.kr. So if you visit this website, you can collect more information, and you can see a lot of activities here as well. Okay. Yes. Yes, for the newbies, definitely you don't have a transcript yet. So in that case, definitely I want you to submit bachelor's degree transcript. Okay. Yes, if you were a participant last semester, but unfortunately you have to apply again because every semester we need to hire new participants and the new fellows as well. Okay, because that's a requirement from the Korean government. Okay. Korean national students for the editor position. Is it possible? If you English is your native language, then definitely you can apply. You can apply. Any other questions or? Okay. Then, uh, then thank you. Then let me stop here. Actually, COVID-19 situation is getting worse. So I want you, take care of yourself, and hopefully we can meet you in person coming this semester. Okay. Thank you very much to attend this event. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Professor, I am Azim, Koika
Ah,
interviewer.
Good to see you
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel